Wait,
sad 或者 sadness.
that us?
Yes. It's one of our lessons.
What is wrong with it? Why does it sound like we're chipmunks?
Double time speed. 2倍速啊，这样我才可以快速看完这一集。我们有没有什么状况啊
Can you understand it?
No, I can't.
That's a problem.
But I do notice that a lot of people do so.
Yeah, I've heard
Speeding up the videos.
Is this like a trend now? Like people are starting to do
I think so.
this weird thing? Is it just because I'm old that I think, well, these crazy kids, they're listening to things twice as fast? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It sounds so weird.
Well, I think I'm still used to slowing things down and then...
Yeah, especially when you're a teacher and you're teaching English, you learn to speak more slowly and clearly.
Yeah,
When I
我们
hear
想说
that-
要讲得清楚一点、慢一点，大家才会听得懂。可是我想，可能很多人都把我们用2倍速在看。
What, because it's too boring? Or they want to challenge themselves? It could be a good way to challenge yourself. You try to get used to double time speed, and then when you slow it down to normal speed, you feel like, wow, this is so easy.
老师，我刚刚看完这个，我已经想帮你加速了。
Why do you want to do that? Why do you please don't do that?
好了，那我们来看看今天的课文吧，就会跟 double time 有关咯。
Okay.
We truly live in the golden age of entertainment, with millions of podcasts and videos just a few clicks away. But many of us wish that there were a way to consume more in less time. This problem has caused some people to play their media at up to twice the normal speed. Some scientists have suggested that when a podcast or video is sped up, nonverbal signals such as emphasis, tone, and facial expressions lose their effectiveness. These elements, they claim, help us identify important facts and make memories stick. Without them, comprehension suffers.
Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Hanny.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Shane.
Shane, can you slow down a bit?
I want to do double time.
Double time.
Double time.
Because it's in our title, right? For
Yeah.
our close test article, the title is...
Double time, the growing trend of high-speed playback.
好，他是说倍速播放时代来临了。这个 playback 就可以表达像是录音录影的回放重播。同学们，你现在都会用1.5倍或2倍速来看影片吗？
Supposedly, like I was asking some people around the office, and it really seems to be more of an age thing. I think younger people, like they just like things to happen more quickly.
Yeah.
Right? Like
或
their
者是说
social media, they're just doing so many things at once, they feel like there's just too much, like we're in the information age. There's so much information to
Yes.
kind of absorb that if you do it at one-time speed, normal speed, you'll never finish it all.
没错，像现在大家都会订阅很多 YouTubers 的频道，那你每个人都天天都在更新，你一天要看10几20支影片。
You can't do it at one-time speed.
True.
You need double speed.
Okay, so why don't we get started?
Okay, we truly live in the golden age of entertainment, with millions of podcasts and videos just a few clicks away.
Okay, 好，我们先看到这边有一个单字是 entertainment。老师，什么是 entertainment?
So entertainment just means like amusement or pleasure that comes from watching a performer or like playing a game, listening to music.
Yeah,
A lot of
right.
things are entertainment. They're just things that make you happy.
啊，对，所以 entertainment 它就可以指这种娱乐节目啊、娱乐活动的意思。
Right. So for example, watching movies is a popular form of entertainment.
That's true. Okay, but many of us wish that there
Blank.
a way to consume more in less time. 但我们当中许多人希望有一种方法可以在更短时间内大量收看更多内容。那我们来看看选项。Our options are
A, will be. B, were. C, are. D, is.
好，那我们这题是考动词 wish 的用法。动词 wish 它可以表达希望、但愿，用来表达跟现在事实相反啊，或是不太可能实现的愿望。常常用的句型就是 wish that 主词加一个过去式动词或是 word 去表达希望现在怎么样就好，但愿怎么样怎么样。
Yes.
Right.
Like, I wish I were less handsome. So difficult being so handsome, you know? Like, it's a lot of pressure.
我想要照别的例句I wish I were a billionaire 就是我真希望我是个亿万富翁很明显我现在不是所以我用I wish I were.
Right.
Or I wish I had a lot of money. 但愿我有很多钱。
But it's not going to happen, so it's just a wish.
对，那现在网络上这么多影音资源，我们巴不得可以在很短时间内收听好多内容，可惜难以做到，所以就要用刚刚的句型哦。那么 that 子句里面动词就要用 were 或是过去式动词，所以正确答案要选 B were. And the correct sentence would be
But many of us wish that there were a way to consume more in less time.
OK, 这边我们有一个单字是 consume.
So consume a lot of the times is used as like a fancy word for eating or drinking.
哦，
Like,
所以它可以表达吃或喝的意思。
Yes, but it can also just mean to use something like fuel, time, resources. But it's more of a technical word for use or for eat.
好，这边补充一下，就是 consume 它可以表达大量的消耗啊、花费，或者是吃喝。可是如果你要说我今天早上吃了一个汉堡，你不会说 I consumed a burger this morning.
Or like an example, it'd be like Jenny consumes around 5 novels a month. But it just sounds a bit odd. It's not wrong, but you just say she reads 5 novels. Right?
所以注意这个单字，我们可能会用在，例如说可能研究啊，或者什么我摄取了什么什么东西，像这样子。
Right.
Okay, so let's continue reading.
This problem has caused some people to play their media at up to twice the normal speed.
Wow, twice the normal speed. 我们说 up to 是多达高达，那么 twice the normal speed 就是正常速度的2倍。Okay, and then some scientists have suggested that when a podcast or a video is sped up, nonverbal signals such as emphasis, tone, and facial expressions lose their 空格。好，一些科学家认为播客或影片加速时，强调啊、语气还有面部表情等等非言语信号就会失去了空格。这个 nonverbal 是verbal 是跟言语有关系，对不对？
Right. So if something's non-verbal, it means it has nothing to do with the voice or words or spoken language.
对，所以前面加上 non non 是不、非或是无，所以把两个结合在一起，就是不使用语言的、非语言的。好，那么 facial expression 就是面部表情。好，我们来看看单字咯。所以这边是考我们单字 ，Our options are
A, attitude.
就是态度
B, operation.
就是运转啊、运作的意思
C, information.
是资讯
D, effectiveness.
它表示效果或是有效性，所以课文应该是说啊，这个播客或影片加速的时候啊，那些强调啊、语气啊、面部表情就会失去效果了嘛。那适合答案就是 D, effectiveness， 就是效果、有效性。其他选项意思都不符合哦。So the correct sentence would be
Some scientists have suggested that when a podcast or video is sped up, nonverbal signals such as emphasis, tone, and facial expressions lose their effectiveness. I think I agree with that.
Yeah, 假设我现在讲一讲，突然鼻酸了，然后眼眶有点泛泪，可是你如果2倍速，你就不会发现这件事，
Yeah,
对不
or
对？
just very subtle things when
Yeah.
you're talking like this. Sounds like you're thinking. But if you sped it up, maybe you wouldn't get that small cue.
哦，对对
You know?
对。
Yeah.
所以老师刚刚用 subtle 就是去形容那些细微的啊，这些 subtle cues 这种细微的暗示，你可能就不会注意到了，对不对？好，那我们来看这个单字是 emphasis。
Okay. So emphasis is the particular importance or attention that is given to something.
好，所以它就是指强调啊、重点或是重视的意思。
For example, you should put greater emphasis on the main points of your speech.
All right. So continuing.
Okay. These elements, they claim, help us identify important facts and make memories stick.
好，这边又看到一个单字哦，它用到 identify。identify 是不是常就有那种辨认的意思？
Right, like to recognize somebody or something and be able to say who or what they are.
Okay. Or to find or discover somebody or something, right? 所以它就有那种辨识、认出或是确定的意思。For example,
we need to identify the cause of the accident.
All right. So the last sentence before our break, it reads,
Without them, comprehension suffers.
好，这边他说 comprehension 就是理解、理解力或是充分了解。可是 suffer 不是受苦、受折磨吗？为什么理解力会受折磨啊？
Yeah, you think about people or animals suffering. How could a thing like that?
这个抽象的东西
Yeah, it's
怎
like
么受
an
折磨？
abstract thing suffer. But yeah, we can also talk about non-living things suffering. But that just means they become worse or they're badly affected by something.
哦，所以他其实在这边 suffer 只是讲说可能受到很负面的影响，使他可能变差了、变不好了、变少了这样
Right, if
子。
you're staying up late and playing video games, your scores in school will suffer.
哦，
Your grades
成绩就会
will
变
suffer.
差，因为受影响了嘛。好，那我们现在要先休息一下，待会再继续看课文的下一部分喽。
Okay.
However, a recent study came to a different conclusion. Students who watched their video lessons at faster speeds performed just as well on tests as those who did so at the normal speed. This shows that, at the very least, the practice does not negatively affect comprehension. With this being the case, if consuming a piece of media at high speed doesn't affect your enjoyment of it, why not give it a try and save some valuable time?
So before the break, we talked about some elements like emphasis or facial expressions or tone. Without these elements, comprehension suffers.
Right, because we kind of mentioned these are often very subtle, right? So if you speed them up or you might miss them.
对，加速之后这些细微的变化、表情啊什么，你可能就不会注意到了。好，那我们来看看课文它接着怎么说。
However, a recent study blank.
他说，然而最近一项研究空格，那我们来看看选项。Our options are
A, took on a challenge.
接受了一个挑战。那 take on 它当及物动词就可以表达接受啊、承担，像接受工作、承担责任等等。
Okay. B, dealt with a situation.
就是处理一种情况。那么 deal with somebody or something 就是去处理、应付什么什么。
C, came to a different conclusion.
得出了不同的结论。那么 come to 在这边它是指通常是经过思考讨论之后达成了什么，得出了什么，像是某个决定啊、结论、协议等等。
Okay. D, put together a presentation.
就是整理出一份报告、演讲稿。那么 put together 可以表达整理出，把什么组合在一起。课文前面有提到说，加速时呢，我们刚刚说的那些变化，非言语的信号会失去效果，会影响到理解。那这个题目却用 however 开头，然而怎么样怎么样，那就可以判断接下来是在描述跟前一段呈现对比的看法咯。所以最适合的是 C, came to a different conclusion. So the correct sentence would be
However, a recent study came to a different conclusion.
I wonder what it is.
Well, I think we're about to find out.
Okay.
Students who watched their video lessons at faster speeds performed just as well on tests as blank did so at the normal speed.
好，那我们来拆解这个句子，比较复杂。他说 ，Students who watch their video lessons at faster speeds， 就是以较快速度观看影片课程的学生。那这个是主词，然后 performed 是动词，表现的意思。Just as well as 点点点可以表达就跟什么一样好，所以他说 performed just as well on tests as 点点点就可以表达考试的表现就跟什么一样好。我们就可以得知说后面的空格 did so at the normal speed 是他要比较的对象。好，所以他就是在讲说啊，以较快速度观看影片课程的学生考试的表现就跟以正常速度观看的空格一样好。 So our options are
A, those, B, those who, C, who, D, whom.
好，那我们现在比较对象就分别是 students who watch their video lessons at faster speeds，还有另外一个对象是 students who did so at the normal speed。那这时候呢，因为重复的名词 students 我们可以改用 those 代替，所以这时候最适合答案就是 B, those who. And the correct sentence would be
Students who watch their video lessons at faster speeds performed just as well on tests as those who did so at the normal speed.
right. And this shows that at the very least, the practice does not negatively affect comprehension. Really?
Interesting. Okay. Continuing. With this blank, the case, if consuming a piece of media at high speed doesn't affect your enjoyment of it, why not give it a try and save some valuable time?
真的耶，既然如此，如果快速观看媒体内容不会影响到你享受它，那何不试一试，并且节省一些宝贵的时间呢？就像我们说 time is money， 大家想要节省时间多做点事。那来看选项 ，Our options are
A is, B, be, C, been, D, being.
好，这题考我们 with 加受词加受词补语的用法，那这是用来表达附带状况或说明原因。这个受词补语你可以用到分词啊、形容词或者是介系词片语。那用分词你就要看受词跟受词补语关系，主动是用现在分词 VING， 被动是用过去分词 PP。那他说 with this 空格 the case， 这个 this 就是我们的受词咯。然后他有说到啊，这个倍速观看不会影响到理解力，我们就是要表达说。就是这样的情况，是这种情况。那我们判断它是主动关系，所以用现在分词 D being。With this being the case， 就是既然是这样，考虑到这种情况。So the correct sentence would be
With this being the case, if consuming a piece of media at high speed doesn't affect your enjoyment of it, why not give it a try and save some valuable time?
Maybe I'll give it a try.
I think I am going to give it a try, but not convinced that it's not going to affect my comprehension or I feel like you'll still miss something.
Right. Especially when it comes to movies.
Right.
I think my enjoyment would be affected by the speed.
Right. I think for stuff that's just like information that you're trying to get on the
知识性
internet.
的资讯，我觉得是可以加速的，没问题。
But a movie with like, music and they're trying to set the tone and the pace a certain way, it's very important, all those elements.
对，没
So if you
错。
speed them up, I think it will lose something.
还是要挑选一下啊，我觉得。好啦，那同学们可以跟其他人讨论看看咯。Okay, so that's it for today. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We truly live in the golden age of entertainment, with millions of podcasts and videos just a few clicks away. But many of us wish that there were a way to consume more in less time. This problem has caused some people to play their media at up to twice the normal speed. Some scientists have suggested that when a podcast or video is sped up, nonverbal signals such as emphasis, tone, and facial expressions lose their effectiveness. These elements, they claim, help us identify important facts and make memories stick. Without them, comprehension suffers. However, a recent study came to a different conclusion. Students who watched their video lessons at faster speeds performed just as well on tests as those who did so at the normal speed. This shows that, at the very least, the practice does not negatively affect comprehension. With this being the case, if consuming a piece of media at high speed doesn't affect your enjoyment of it, why not give it a try and save some valuable time?
The moment you walk into Joy Joy Golden, the smell of cheesecake fills the air. A variety of desserts lines the refrigerated display case. The colorful, milky, rich desserts are simply irresistible. Technical director Wei-Da Huang is a pastry chef with 20 years of experience. Huang imports quality ingredients from Japan to give Joy Joy Golden's products an authentic Japanese flavor and to also create innovative and delicious flavors for its gift boxes. Although Joy Joy Golden has only been open for a little over a year, its Fukutaro Cheesecake Pudding was awarded the first place in Taichung's top 10 most popular online foods in 2015. The Fukutaro Cheesecake Pudding is made with a layer of light cheesecake, a layer of agar pudding, and a layer of brown sugar jelly. Together, the three layers create a smooth texture and distinct flavors. The Donan light cheesecake is half steamed and half baked and comes in three flavors: green tea, chocolate, and original. The Donan light cheesecake is moist and dense and brings instant pleasure the moment you take your first bite. The Hokkaido cheese tart has a crispy crust and a smooth filling. When you bite down on one that is fresh out of the oven, the filling oozes out of the crust and leaves behind the rich taste of cheese. You can also try refrigerating one and leave it at room temperature for 5 minutes, which will give it a delightful texture similar to that of ice cream. In addition, Joy Joy Golden also sells homemade cookies and castella. Joy Joy Golden plans to launch wedding gift boxes in the near future.